Hey ladies, it's Tayloralycem here, and I'm just here to show you guys how I install my curly clip-ins. This is the first time I've ever used clip-ins, so bear with me if my technique isn't how everyone else's technique is. This is just how I'm doing it and how I feel like it would work. So my hair is fresh from a twist out. I just kind of finger detangled it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lay my smallest clip-in on the nape of my hair. And obviously you can see the length difference from my hair than the clip-ins. That's perfectly fine because later on it will add body and it will make the look even more natural because it is thick and it is curly. So I'm just going to add another layer, and I'm not taking too thick of layers. I'm taking like thinner layers. And the reason why I had a twist out on my hair rather than just doing my hair fresh from a wash and go is because my hair shrinks, and I wanted my hair to be stretched but still have a pattern in it. And so a twist out I thought would be perfect. I was going to do a braid out, but braid outs take much longer than twist outs, so I decided to do a twist out. And as you can see, that laying down that second row of hair still looks very natural, and you can see that layering on top is just going to make it look even more natural as I go up on my hair. So right now I'm just free pardoning it. I did measure my head when I was making the clip-ins, so some of the clips that I have like measured to exactly how my head is, if that makes any sense. Like I measured it from track to track, and I just cut the tracks to the measurement. Then I just put the clips on, and I just sewed the clips, and as you can see, I'm just making sure that I adjust my clips. If something doesn't feel right, I make sure that I adjust because you don't want any hair snagged on the clips or anything like that. So if it feels awkward, if it feels like it's tugging on some hair, if it feels like it's making your head sore, take it out, redo it, and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, don't put it in your hair because that's damaging to your hair. But I was just adjusting because it felt like the clip was loose. And so I'm just going to add another layer, and that one is a longer track because it goes to behind my ears to behind my other ear. And I made sure that I didn't make the tracks long enough to be next to my edges because I wanted it to be behind my ears and behind my hairline because it looks way more natural that way. And if you have a natural hairline, it just looks a lot better than putting it directly on your edges or the front of your head. And so just taking another track and just doing it again. Majority of my clip-ins have 3 clips on each of them, besides the nape clip-in. The nape clip-in had 2, but my longer tracks and everything like that have 3 clips. And I don't know how many clip or hair pieces that I use for this. I just use basically the whole wig that I had from EvaWigs, or besides the closure, but that was like 3 bundles, so I would say like 2.5 bundles was in this, were made to make these clip-ins. So I'm just going to add another layer, and as you can see, it looks very natural now. Just imagine if I wet it and then, actually defined it, it would look much better. But today I was going for the wild look, so I didn't really care if it was defined or not. And so just making sure I part that, and then basically I'm just going in a U formation the whole time. So I'm just parting out a U and working my way up. And it's just like a U part. So I'm just working my way up, forming a U or a C shape, if that makes any sense. So I'm just making sure that I have it in a ponytail, and then I'm just going to add another track, and this one is going to be a shorter track because I'm going to do a side part, so I don't want it to go all the way across the whole time. So I'm going to make that shorter track right there, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm just going to make sure that it's clipped, and then I'm going to actually get a comb and part out my part. And sometimes I'll do a middle part, I did do a middle part when I filmed this tutorial before, but I like the side part better. It looked a little bit more natural and it took less blending effort, so I wanted to do the side part and I felt like it was easier. My hair texture is a 4A 4B texture, so it's easier to blend in with this curly hair. I won't say this technique will work for everyone, but the way that I do it, I kind of rake the hair into the weave, so it works for my hair. So if your hair texture is like mine, my length, it will work for you, but I don't know, I can't vouch for everyone's technique or everyone's hair type, so I'm just gonna say this technique works for me. And so I'm just gonna add another track and just work it around and put it underneath the hair that I have set out for my part. And as you can see, that's what I did. I lifted up the piece that was set aside for my part, and then I lifted up, and then I put the track underneath. And so I'm just going to add one more in my head, and then after that I'm just going to rake my hair down. I could add one more, but I just didn't feel like it. Plus the one piece that I had left over was too long to put it in my head, at least at the top, so I didn't really feel like doing it. So I'm just going to add some more of my curl and defined gel, and I'm just going to add that on my edges, and then I'm going to add it on the piece in the front so that I would be able to rake it through the hair that I have in the front from the extensions. And so as I'm working my hair through, I'm just making sure that I rake it, and then I'm just going to shake my head a few times as usual, just to get everything in uniform and just see where everything falls, and if I need to make any adjustments I will. And so as you can see, I'm just rubbing my hair just to make sure that I can blend it. And as you can see, I love shaking my hair. I don't know why I do, but it works for me, and I love that I can do it. It makes everything look effortless. And so yeah, this is how it turned out. I know I could do a better technique, but this is a cool attempt for my first ever clip-ins on my head. I've never used clip-ins. I've always made wigs for my head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please comment down below if you guys have any techniques that you guys use for your clip-ins. If you guys want me to show you guys how I style these more. Also, if you want me to tell you guys how I made these clip-ins, I can do a little tutorial. I have many ideas for this hair because these clip-ins are so versatile. I can do buns and everything like that. So just leave it down below if you guys have any requests. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in my next one. God bless.